What is going on, everybody? Welcome to episode 141 of Ghost of the Night, a Huntington and Paranormal podcast. Say hello, Travis.
Hi. I'm here. I'm the podcast man in your eardrums.
We're picking up where we left off.
I just drank a really warm Fireball.
How bad was it?
It's not that bad. I mean, I don't really like Fireball, so it's never particularly fantastic to me.
Right. You might be wondering why we're coming back so early when we just recorded last night as well.
It's because they found out about us. They're coming for us, and they're going to kill us. We need your help, please.
No, that is not it. There's some changes coming to the podcast. We are frustrated.
Yes. It's so frustrating.
We love the direction that Ghost of the Night is going.
Yes, it's
as
we're picking up. We're going full steam ahead. Well, in comparison to the level that we are at this point with Instagram followers and YouTube subscribers and stuff, like the pickup is much more. This is the most noticeable pickup in interaction and reach that we've had since I've come on.
Right. We are building back up because we had a little bit of a downturn, but we had a little bit of a downturn because
dick swinging.
We had a little bit of a downturn because most of the longtime listeners know that we used to do 2 episodes a week.
Yes.
And the Thursday episode was always just us dicking around.
Kind of fucking off.
Having fun, interacting with you guys on the chats a lot more.
Being silly
letting
gooses.
You guys actually take control of the show a little bit, come up with random stuff.
I'm going to make that into a t-shirt too. Silly gooses.
Yes. And we broke that off into its own podcast.
OnlyFans is coming next, Gonzo. You just wait.
Yes. Broke it off into its own podcast, which was called The Cancellation Theory.
Yes.
We jumped the gun on that.
Yes.
It died a horrible, miserable death.
See, I don't think it did. Like we talked about it before we went on the live. We just jumped the gun. We came in too hot. We had too lofty of hopes before taking this as a new thing with me and you, and building it from there.
And like we said, we did not have the time to put in the amount of effort needed for 2 podcasts plus our regular lives.
Right.
So one was going to have to suffer.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, it was The Cancellation Theory.
Which is funny, because when we started, we were like, this one's going to take off.
Yeah, we really thought Ghost of the Night would be a thing of...
we thought this would be the side project.
And we'd still do it just because, it was the thing that got the ball rolling. But Ghost of the Night started to really, get some interaction. We were having fun doing it. So Cancellation Theory kind of went to the back burner a little bit. And
a little bit.
So we decided to bring it back the second episode of Ghost of the Night.
The shit show is back.
Bitches. So we I
should have got more Fireball.
We should have. Shit.
Fireball.
No, it's not going to be an every Thursday thing. You're going to have to follow us on social media to find out exactly when we're going to do these bonus episodes.
Yeah.
I would like to do it every week, but I'm not going to.
Schedule's permitting. We'll see.
I'm not going to promise you we'll do it every week.
Well, Gonzo wants some Subway.
Do I look like fucking Jared? Jesus.
Oh, jeez, getting dark already.
Even though he lost a lot of weight, at least. Of course, now we know how he lost all that weight.
Yeah,
he wasn't eating a fucking club sandwich.
He was eating kids' meals.
Ooh, zinger there. No, so
like
we are
fucking
going to do this.
Albert Fish.
We're bringing back the shit show for Ghost of the Night, where we can still talk about a little of the paranormal and true crime, but we can also have the freedom to dive into current topics if we want, or whatever how we want to talk about.
I'm going to turn everything we talk about into something haunted.
Okay. I mean, we could talk about scratching our asses for an hour if we want.
Like, how do you feel about this invasion of Afghanistan? It's a jinn.
It's a jinn.
Which, for anybody who doesn't know, is a
genie.
Is a genie or a demon in the Islamic faith.
Yes. So that is what we're going to do. That is the big news. We're excited about it. And this is really something we just came up with today. I sent Travis a text.
I was asleep.
Saying, hey, I have an idea. What do you think about this?
And my dick got hard instantly.
Obviously he was asleep. So he said, whatever. And I said, okay, we're doing it then.
So 5 more minutes, Phil.
So that's the game plan. That's what we're going to do. Everything's going to be on this channel, the Ghost in the Night channel. and we're going to go from there. Now, we are tonight.
Oh, I didn't even think about that. Go on.
We are tonight going to kind of recap a little bit and talk a little bit more freely about the past 2 episodes we've done on the West.
Yeah, we have
Memphis
to be
3.
careful not to. I don't want to jump the gun on anything we haven't gotten into.
Ruin next week's episode.
Yeah, because not everybody that listens knows everything about everything. Like yours truly and this fuck.
We're going to review what we've already talked about.
Yes.
So, and kind of make some comparisons, because I think the comparison can be little. Hold on, fuck this shit. I can't speak. I gotta loosen the pipes a little. Hold, please. Dead air. Cheers.
It's okay. We'll be okay.
Cheers.
It's fine.
Thursday shit show's back. We can do whatever the fuck we want.
Should I drink the other one with you? It's a little late now. Okay. It's okay. I like being alone. It's fine.
It's like golf serve.
I know. I'm about to drink the other one. Just.
Oh.
No, you're not into it?
What?
You're not into the warm Fireball?
No, it's much better cold at the bar.
I don't disagree with you, sir.
No. So
Phil's not right about many things, but he's right about cold Fireball and
Gonzo.
Phil?
What?
Got anything?
For what?
I don't know. I just ran out of steam.
Oh, Gonzo.
I gotta get my creative ha-ha-hee-hee juice.
As always, Gonzo and Bree are on the chat. So just to let people know who are hearing this on iTunes, Stitcher, Spotify, you can join us at the Ghost of the Night YouTube channel and join in the chat. So and interact and say hi and call us a bunch of fat fucks. We don't care.
Hey, there's Joy. I sent Joy an Instagram message.
Joy's becoming a loyal patron.
Well, I haven't seen Joy in for very long. So I was like, oh, we're doing an impromptu live show, which Joy, feel free to let us know if you want a rundown of what we just talked about. We will give it to you.
Or Bree can recap it for you, so we don't go through it again. What was I saying?
Gonzo, we know you're going to be in Ohio. We're already, one way or another, plans. We're going to link up. Don't worry. I'm going to show you my fucking rusty balloon knot and my button on my fur coat. And we're going to make little multiracial babies with each other's buttholes.
We're fishing and having our first fan meet and greet.
Yeah.
Yay. Yes, we're going to hook up with Gonzo later this month. The next week or so, or whatever. What is today? Next weekend, right? Yeah,
some shit like that.
Some shit. So that'll be.
We'll just have to work around a little bit with my work schedule and shit, but we'll make it happen, bud.
Gonzo, I need to have some conversations with Gonzo about some of his degree.
Oh yeah, Bree's talking. So okay. Sorry for anybody listening to this on the podcast feed. Joy is here every week, so we have a second show called The Cancellation Theory, which was a brainchild of us just being like, that'd be fun. We can just say whatever the fuck we want.
Which we did on Thursday.
We had our shit shows, which the shit show is fucking back, baby. But we kind of broke it off, and it all kind of it came on a little bit too early. We jumped the gun a little bit. I don't think I really what I think it is. I don't think we did our due diligence to change the overall feel of all of the socials and the YouTube channel for this show by adding me into the mix the way we should have. We didn't start our little climb as a duo before we decided to go have another venture in another thing.
And the climb that we were showing a climb in the numbers, but it was because we were doing 2 episodes a week. Yeah. And that is why
on this channel, and then we split it to another channel.
You're right.
And which I said, I'm down to do another show, but I just don't think we did it at the right time. We got our heads got full of crazy ideas and fantastical beasts and such.
But it's okay. You live and learn.
Yeah,
that's what we did. No harm, no foul.
That's the beauty of this. We can just let that channel set, and one day we might come back to it. You know what I mean? Once we're more satisfied with the growth of this channel and this
really, let's be honest.
Social media footprint.
Let's be honest. We want to blow this one the fuck up.
Yeah, I want to blow everything up.
Thank you. Please add the UP on that, please.
I mean, you can pee if you want to, but that's going to cost you an extra $100.
Gonzo's going to the wrestling match. Anyway, so let's get to. There's one thing I want to talk about, which we're going to tie into.
Dicks.
I'm sorry.
I can't tie my dick.
Did Gonzo? Well, if we had really little teeny weeny tit.
Yeah, like maybe if I could thread it through a needle and then like run it back over itself.
There's one topic. Oh Jesus Christ, things are blowing.
What's up, Lamont? He said, "Fuck CM Punk." Oh, what's up? That's my guy.
Who?
Garrett. I've known him for 20 years.
Well, hi Garrett.
It's my dude. We go way back. I know like his whole fucking family. His dad's the British Hulk. He is the nicest, but also most terrifying man I've ever met in my life. This man came out of his house while we were working on our buddy's car in his driveway, and we couldn't break a bolt off to try to get his fucking, I don't even remember what it was, what we were trying to get off of his car. But his dad was making turkey soup and gave us hot cocoa while we were out there, and like put on overalls over like his PJs and was still wearing his house shoes, and walked out and he's like, "Boys, you just gotta believe in yourself and put it in the hands of God," and like grabs this fucking wrench and just goes, and you see the car lift up and it goes doom, and he breaks this bolt loose, and we're like, "Thanks for the soup, sir."
I'm not gonna say anything about soup and hot cocoa.
He's just that kind of guy. Like he's like taller than both. He's like your height at maximum height ish, I would say. But like,
you're saying I'm not? Oh no, I'm oof.
No, he's just fucking. He was always built when I knew him, and he was just the nicest guy.
So we are going to kind of recap the past 2 episodes of the West Memphis 3, what we've discussed, and link them into a few different things, and kind of give our thoughts. And I had a topic I want to talk about, which kind of links into some of this a little bit. So, episode 1 of West Memphis 3. We
C.
What? Oh, you saying C or?
Yeah.
You can't.
I'm making up for the lack of the neighbors mariachi band having practice.
Yes. The first part of that episode 139, I believe, was basically the murder of the 3 kids.
Yeah.
And we got into initially how we were starting to talk about how they came to just put Damien Eccles as a suspect.
Mm-hmm. Amongst other people.
Right. I mean, just to talk about that episode, in my opinion, it's hard to talk about because it's dark.
Yeah.
Just the mere crimes. And you and I both have the same opinion when it comes to the worst thing you can talk about or think about is hurt to a child.
Yeah.
Now,
it's like rape and killing kids.
Right.
Are the 2 things that like you kind of got to throw out a trigger warning for.
Right. So it was a hard episode to get through.
Yeah.
I mean, there was, if you go back.
Well, yeah, like just, I mean, it's evident. This last episode part 2 of this series is leaps and bounds like more slapdick and funny than the first one, because we weren't directly referencing like, so this 8-year-old boy's penis was mutilated and left in a creek.
If you go back and listen to that episode, when it gets to that point where we're telling the story, I'm telling the story and telling what's been done to these kids, you have to take over and actually talk about that.
Yeah.
Because I just fucking couldn't do it.
It just gets to you after a while.
Right.
Like, even for guys like us that, like, I spend hours on hours researching shit like this. But once you throw in kids and, like, like the Amanda Berry story, like, just the massive level of, like, degradation and rape and shit like that, it just, ugh. No. Like, it's interesting in a morbid way, but, like, after a while, I kind of got to be like, oh, God.
Right. So it was a hard episode to get through. I wasn't a big fan of it.
You said hard.
Okay, Beavis. Or yeah, no.
I was walking.
That make me butthead. Fuck that shit.
We were walking around doing that shit at work all night the other night. Are you threatening me?
It was a difficult episode to get through.
Yeah. And
it wasn't much fun. There wasn't much joking around, which is, what we do.
And it's still, like, it's not horrifically long ago. Like, it's within my lifetime.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? You were fucking
20. Let's see.
You were in college when this happened.
No, I wasn't in college at that time. 93, I was out of college, or I left college.
Yeah.
I was 21.
You're out there.
Actually, I was probably 20. I was only 20.
Doing hood rat shit with your friends.
Yeah, I was drinking
fucking Boone's Farm and Mad Dog 2020, smoking Lucky Strikes.
I was 20.
Finger popping each other's assholes.
Probably engaged at that time. No,
Gross.
I wasn't engaged. I got engaged by the time I went to trial.
It all adds up.
So that's why
93 was a good year, boy.
It depends on how you look at it.
I'll tell you what.
Actually, 93 was a shitty year for me and the 3 kids.
Oh, no, it's 3.
But episode or part 2 of this, we got more into the investigation. Talked about the other, gave summaries of the background to the 3 people who eventually became prime suspects and was convicted. That would be Damien Eccles, Jason Baldwin, and Jesse Miscallie Jr.
Jesse?
Kind of gave their backgrounds. And it was, it was kind of the boring part, but we eventually got into
Shaquille O'Neal 101 Viagra. What's up, dude?
Nice
That's
name.
a hell of a name.
I wonder, how tall is Shaquille O'Neal? 6'3" or 7'3"?
I think he's like 7'1".
Is he only 7'1"?
I think so. He's just like 4.5 feet across.
He's 7'1" by like 6'5".
Yeah, he's a fridge.
Yes. I hate basketball anyway. So, but we did.
Ask and you shall fucking receive. There's the mariachi band next
God
door.
love 'em.
Jesus Christ.
We did, the big thing about those first 2 episodes is our displeasure or my hatred towards the satanic panic.
Mm-hmm.
And I literally hate fundamentalist Christians that blame everything on Satan, which is what happened in this case. Something you don't understand immediately goes to Satan or is evil. No, you just don't understand it. So that puts a spur in my ass when I hear this.
Well, it's like I said, like we know I try to withhold unless we are directly talking about religion and shit like that. I do try to withhold my opinions on religion because it's just kind of a hot topic for a lot of people. But I say it every time. The reason for shit like this is because, like, when something horrific happens that people can't explain, you have to have something. You have to have some type of connection or negative connotation that you can put on it to help the masses wrap their heads around it. Because people have a problem realizing that, like, no, people can just do fucking terrible things, and people are fucked up, and a lot of people, realistically, there's a lot of fucking mental health going on. Dude, this guy Haddon Clark, I had never heard of him. I listened to a 2-part Necronomipod about him. Fucking batshit, like, and it's all like guys like that. You can at least backtrack it. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, you can get to the point where, like, his whole family, trigger warning, I know this is a no word, but, like, his whole family, basically, up until it revamped itself when his niece heard his brother say this to his niece's teachers. But, like, his family actually referred to him as the retard.
Really?
As a kid.
Huh.
And, like, he had some, like, cognitive thing where, like, patterns would throw him off if the floor had patterns on it, and he would just kind of go wonky. And, like, his mom, this is not funny, but his mom's resolution to that was to just wrap some bubble wrap around his head, and she would just, like, send him out to the world like that.
I don't see what's wrong with that. That's a good idea.
Dude, it's the craziest shit. Like, I think this is the same guy. No, what was it? I think this is the same guy that they said, like, his mom caught him jerking off and, like,
whose mom
pulled the whole family in the room and, like, had, like, a bucket and a knife and was like, if I catch you again, I'm going to cut it off. And then caught him again later and, like, then had his dad come home or something like that and, like, made him finish in front of her and her dad. Or her and his dad.
That's a Thanksgiving you'll never fucking
Yeah,
forget.
and then go figure, he kills somebody. Which, have you ever heard of the Lady of the Dunes? The unidentified body somewhere on the East Coast. I can't remember exactly where. She was dumped on the beach.
For some reason, I was thinking Indiana, on the beach.
But
anyway,
he's kind of like he tried to cop to that, and some stuff points to it could have potentially been him. Like, he does all this shit, and sure as shit, you can track the crazy because when he gets arrested, the cop said, like, he had this teddy bear that he had since he was a kid, and he would talk to it every once in a while to the point that they tried to good cop, bad cop, and one of the cops started beating up the teddy bear.
Yeah.
In an interrogation. And then there was also a part where on camera, like those recordings that they put in those interrogation rooms, they left him in there, and he looked at his teddy bear and he was like, uh-oh, we're not getting out of this one. And I was like, that's the most darkly hilarious thing I've ever heard.
Joy makes a good point. It places the blame on something.
Yeah, everybody needs something to be able to wrap their head around.
They have to justify horrible actions in some way.
Yeah, every protagonist needs an antagonist.
Right. But my point is when the Christian faith automatically thinks that something they don't understand
it's a demon.
It's a demon or Satan is coming for you. No, I'm sorry. It doesn't work that way. And I have a philosophy. We all are evil. We are all Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde.
Yeah, every human being has a giant piece of shit somewhere inside of them.
We all do dumb
both
shit.
Physically and metaphorically.
The demon, there is such thing as demons. We all have a demon inside. And sometimes that fucker comes out and plays havoc in our life.
Yeah.
And it's just the way we were built. We are two sides of the same coin. We're good and bad.
Yeah, it just so happens that in these situations that it's usually the same demon, then he goes by the name of paranoid schizophrenia.
Right. But I mean, I know I have a dark side. I have a really dark side.
Luke.
I mean,
you were the chosen one, Annie.
I have always said there's a fine line between normal, God-fearing, upright, standing American or citizen of any country and a serial killer. It only takes one little thing to push you off the edge.
Yeah, I mean, anybody can pop at any time. And once you pop, you can't stop like Pringles.
This is true. Pringles are some good shit. But I hate the damn tube.
Oh my God, like anybody with nobody with normal hands can eat Pringles successfully.
Right.
You eat half of them, and then if you're smart and you have a normal person-sized hand, you put the lid back on and you just shake the fuck out of it until they break up, and then you just.
But then they get all over me. Fuck it. I don't want to drink my Pringles.
Not me. I stretch my lips over the whole can, and just like a fucking perverse baby bird. But you know.
So, but. Looking back at what we've talked about this case so far, which, I'm no big spoiler alert, they went after Damien Echols because he was different, the outcast of the town.
Yeah. He was the weird kid.
Alleged Satanist just by his appearance.
Because he was the weird kid.
And here's the thing. I'm going to tell I'm going to break it down.
Or are you going to go on a fucking Jerry Driver rant?
I'm going to go. You know what? Like the peeps, I won't get into it too much, but the guy who testifies, the occult specialist who we'll get into next episode.
That fucking twat bag from Tiffin, Ohio.
What he said during his...
Drove through Tiffin, Ohio, actually, recently.
Who?
Tiffin. I drove past there recently.
But his version of what the occult is and what a satanic worshiper is Hollywood bullshit.
Yeah.
Those people that dress like Damien Echols, all in black, the goth kids of... whatever, I don't even know what the kids are called today. You fucking kids, you.
There's so many terms. There's goth, there's emo, there's scene kids.
They're not the satanic leaders or satanic. They're just doing it for a reaction.
That's always been my thing. I'm like, dude, if the satanic leaders of the world are really out there pulling strings, they're wearing fucking suits and ties.
Right. If they wanted to really worry about a satanic panic, a real Satanist looks like you, looks like me, looks like Joe Blow, looks like Brad Pitt.
Like a good werewolf.
Probably is a deacon in a church. That's where you want to go to find the real Satanists that might do some ritualistic shit.
But
here's the thing. There's never been a case proven to be a satanic ritual murder. Ever.
Right.
The FBI has tried.
Well,
they have never been able to prove of an actual ritual killing.
Well, it's like I said when I got here. Like, I would like to make the comparison of the just absolute ridiculous level of hypocrisy, because you can make a direct correlation between this case and the Salem witch trials.
It was a modern day witch hunt.
Yeah.
That's all this was.
Because the Salem witch trials were just absolute fuckery. Like, it made no sense. Like, they're just making... It's like they were just pulling stuff out of their ass to make people... They're like, oh, she fed them cakes with her urine on them to take control of their thoughts.
My favorite one is how they tested. Throw her in there. If she floats, she's a witch.
If she sinks and dies, she's a human.
She's all right.
Yeah.
Good rationalization there.
God. Like, that was the beginning of, like... mass levels of snitching too. Because you were better off being like, yeah, I'm a fucking witch as soon as I came to your house than if you tried to fight it with your innocence. And there were some great names involved in that. There was a girl named Dorcas.
So like, if they came to you, you're like the low-level drug dealer. You going to give them the kingpin witch.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of agencies with acronyms for names got a lot of their tactics from the Salem witch trials.
Yes, but it was a complete clusterfuck. And you're right, this was a witch hunt, and you'll learn more about this in episode 3 when we talk about the trial.
Tune in next week
and the conviction, which will probably be Monday. Hopefully.
And we'll see you next week. Thanks.
We're out. Fuck it. No, we'll
I totally
talk.
jacked that from Necronomipod.
We'll go heavy into that. That this was predetermined.
Heavy.
Those fuckers were they were guilty before they even walked into that courtroom.
Yeah.
In the eyes of the general public.
Right.
Jesus Christ himself could have walked, busted in the courtroom door, said they are innocent, and that jury and the people in that courtroom said, hang that fucker too.
Right. And my thing with that was always like, dude, it bothers me so much because if you take the generation gap in age, because I was alive when all this was going on, but if you take the age gap and shit, like those kids were just me in high school. I wore metal t-shirts and had long hair and shit like that, and everybody thought even when I was in school, people thought that was weird, but I'm like, dude, I'm just a fucking kid that likes heavy music, and people demonize a society, not society, a clique in high school, really is what you would call it, but like a subsect of people, and like they think that as a metalhead, I still get shit. People are like, you listen to that fucking shit, and some people are like, oh, this is the devil's music. I'm like, look, man, I just like heavy music. I'm just living my life out here trying to be one of the good ones. What do you got?
Shaquille O'Neal 101 Viagra says
the Chinese, 3 masks.
Yeah, the Chinese said we have 3 masks. 1 we show to friends, 2 we show to family, and 3 1 to ourselves. Show ourselves.
Yeah, I've heard that before.
I've heard a version of it. Everybody puts up a mask in public.
Yeah,
like how I am out and about is different than how I am.
Oh yeah, and it changes depending on who you're around too.
Like how I am right now with the millions, okay, the tens of fans we have, is different than when we're done, when we go in the living room and just shoot the shit about what we just talked about. I'm different.
Yeah, I kind of figured, Gonzo. You don't have to tell us.
But I'm different right now than I will be when we go out there.
Yeah.
I'm just a different person. I'm putting on some sort of mask.
Yeah.
And then when I'm alone, I'm a completely different person than what I am with you or with any of my other friends.
Right.
So, that's just the way it is.
It's just the reality of life.
Right. I mean, so that is true. Nice point, Shaquille.
You mean Gonzo?
You sunk that 3 throw, unlike the real one.
It's Gonzo.
Oh, is that Gonzo?
He even copped to it. He said, I thought I was commenting on this account.
How
many fucking YouTube and Google accounts do you have, dude? Jesus Christ.
Should we just let the cat out of the bag about the other one?
I don't care.
Gonzo, we're going to out you.
Oh, God, Gonzo. Gonzo, do you have split personalities?
We might want to rethink this 28th thing.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like maybe this meetup might be a bad thing. We're going to end up missing.
Hey, if we go missing on the, let's see, the 20th is a Saturday. If we are not on air by the 30th, somebody call the cops.
If you're going to kill me, just kill me. Don't be wooding my pudding.
Oh, he might.
Oh, he just changed the name on old accounts. Got it.
Also, Ghost in the Morning's no longer. It's Shaquille.
Yeah, Israel Adesanya's not out here trolling people anymore. Anywho's,
anyway. So, but I'm
hungry.
That is something that we need to, address. And that's going to be a big part of the next episode, part 3.
Hold up. Hey, you said the next episode.
What?
Smoke weed every day.
You are not fucking right.
Never was. And you still chose to bring me on this show.
Well, frankly, I was tired of carrying the show by myself.
I mean, I've only shown my tits twice, so.
And it wasn't that good.
Oh, what's going on, Carmen? Welcome to the show. I mean,
Carmen.
I don't know. I'm not going to lie to you. I don't know how long we're going to go tonight more than this, just because this was kind of an impromptu.
We're guaranteed to go an hour.
Oh, for sure. I don't think we've ever done anything less than an hour other than Patreon.
I think Creepy Turnbull Canyon might have been right at an hour.
Was it really?
I have to look.
That was my first episode.
First episode.
I was a wee little podcast baby.
We'll go as long as it takes, just like sex. Okay,
speak for yourself.
We're done now.
Yeah, I was gonna say we're gonna go as long as it takes
to get the job done.
I was done 4 minutes ago.
To get the job done, we're gonna go till the job's done. Sexual connotation.
Oh no, we had these 3. That was it. We're not actually drinking.
Yeah.
Which I think I'm gonna buy. I'm gonna keep these. I'm gonna keep buying these. It's nice to have like a little loosener upper. You know what I mean? But I feel like if we buy a bottle, it's gonna get risky.
You know what we should do? If you get here earlier, we could really loosen up.
Oh God. It'd have to be the right subject.
Any subject.
Well, because I'm gonna get more philosophical.
We wouldn't want to talk about mutilated children penises because I'd probably start crying and.
Yeah, like I'm gonna automatically be more philosophical.
I would be bawling.
Oh, you listen on iHeart? Sweet. That's the first person I've seen like in a live stream or anything that listens on iHeart.
I know we get downloads. I've never talked to anybody that listens to iHeart. Cool.
But
actually, she left a comment. Thank you for the comment on.
I did see that.
Was it part 1?
Episode 1?
Yeah, episode 1.
Part 1. Yeah.
Part 1 of episode.
Parte 1.
Yes,
Para español, el
What
prima
did Joy
del número 5. But so.
Joy's about my age. So no more old jokes about me. Then you're saying shit about making an old joke about her.
No.
Yes.
As long as I address it at you, we're good. I don't know Joy like you.
Joy, us old people got to stick together.
You're not even that old. Speaking of old people,
what?
Since we both live in the city that we live in, why does every elderly person that lives in this city look like they're going to fucking fall over and die all the time?
You know, I am not an extremely good-looking man, but there are some ugly son of bitches live around me.
It's like watching fucking the freak show season of American Horror Story every time I drive through this town.
I am the Brad Pitt of this neighborhood.
It's like fucking playing. It's like playing Duck Duck Goose after 9 p.m. when you drive around. It's like meth, heroin. I mean, not to be a total dick, but I'm just saying.
Yes, age is only a number until my bones start hurting. That's what Joy says.
Yeah, well,
Joy, I am older than you.
Yeah, well, a lot of guys that go on fucking Catch a Predator say that, and to that I say, so is 911.
Anyway,
but
now let's go ahead and we talked. I let you go on a rant last night about.
It wasn't much of a rant for me.
No, you were 10.
Anything under 20 to 30 minutes is not much of a rant for old Travie boy.
On Jerry Driver. Now Jerry,
he's a like a trigger warning on this word, but he is a fucking cunt. I hate that man. Like I would have fried if I lived in West Memphis in '93, and if I lived there and that was him, like, oh my God, I would have been put in the electric chair post haste.
But Jerry Driver is how I started this show, or started this little when we got on this topic about what I hate about the people who automatically jump to Satanism.
Yeah,
he was one of these people that saw Satan in everything.
And how much would you want to bet, considering
Satan,
that? Go ahead.
Foosball is the devil.
Considering the area and the time period, how much would you want to bet that on his weekends, on his Sunday afternoons when he's not working, he's somewhere in an unair-conditioned wooden building that's painted white with like some type of timber rattlesnake or something, just.
Oh, I guarantee it. I mean, but that is the type of person that pisses me off. Now,
who sent me an email? You fuck right. Oh, it's my fantasy football insider. Got to stay up on my news. Did you see? Oh, the Jaguars released Tim Tebow already.
I didn't even know they. I don't pay attention to pro football that much. I didn't even know they signed him.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he's stayed in shape. He's arguably in better shape now than he was when he was like actively on rosters.
But there's one topic that I wanted to talk about. We'll continue to talk about West Memphis 3 or the past 2 episodes, but I want to tie it into this topic as well.
Butt stuff.
No. Well, there was a lot of butt stuff going on when they went to prison. I'm sure of it.
I hope not.
Oh, I know. I've heard interviews with it happened to Damien before he was in solitary. You know. But anyway,
should have watched Shot Caller or Felon. I watched both of those last night. Great movies. Check them out. They're on Netflix.
I want to get your opinion and
on prison rape.
Yes. And
it's bad, Phil. There's no way around this one.
And the people in the chat room, I want to get your opinion on not prison rape, karma.
Karma's a bitch.
There's a lot of bad. If karma's a real thing, karma, not Carmen Electra, karma is a real thing.
Karma's definitely a real thing.
Do you think so?
Yeah.
There's
an energy to the universe, and it's gonna get you if you fuck someone.
And there, like I was just about getting ready to say, there's a lot of people in this case that if karma's a real thing, they got some shit coming to them.
Oh yeah, if karma's real, Jerry Driver's gonna get fist fucked by Andre the Giant when he dies.
No, Andre the Giant is in heaven.
I know, but he gets in the elevator and goes down there for the right occasions.
Oh, okay.
Or take your pick. He's gonna get how Hitler got done in Little Nicky when they're shoving pineapples up his ass.
Yeah.
He said, "Make it quick. I got to shove a pineapple up Hitler's ass in 5 minutes."
So you think karma is a real thing?
I mean,
you get
there's more to the idea of karma than I buy into. My whole thing is like, yeah, there's an energy to the universe, and there's an energy to all people, and like you can't go through life just being a fucking massive pile of shit and not have something happen.
I've never been a really big. I can't say. I've never really thought about that much. Not that I didn't believe in karma, but I never really paid it much attention.
Yeah.
However, after recent events in my life, I've had some shit go down the past 2 days. Right?
Prison rape.
What?
Prison rape?
Yeah, I went to prison for a day. No.
Time served.
We can tell this story a little bit of it. Saturday, Phil was not in a very good place. Old Philster was a little pissy, right?
That's when he was in prison.
But
yeah, no, Phil was not a happy boy.
Phil was about a minute from going nuclear, just having gone full down meltdown.
Yeah.
And probably if traffic hadn't been there, it probably would have happened.
Stop you from being a big old baby. Which you've done for me too.
Well, no, I mean I was
just different scenarios, different reasonings.
I was not in a good place.
Yeah.
I was having a rage hateful moment.
Yeah.
Which we knew it. Let's be honest, you and I, we knew this moment was coming, and it had to happen just to get it out of the system.
Yeah.
But the next day, I went to work. Well, didn't sleep at all that night.
Mm.
Wow, I slept a little. We were texting at 3 o'clock in the fucking morning.
Yeah, about the time I went home.
Yeah.
I should not have drove that night.
Yeah. Did not sleep. Got up. Went to work at 8.
That's fucking closer than I thought it was.
Did not sleep very much. Went to work at 8.
Mm-hmm.
Worked 6-7 hours. Went to my second job. Worked for 3.5 hours. Came home, and what did I find? My refrigerator took a shit.
Shit the bed.
Come home, just went to the grocery store. Had to throw out a bunch of shit from Saturday that I got. It was hot. So that got me thinking about karma.
Yeah.
My negative, hateful attitude on Saturday, was that what happened in my fridge? Karma coming back at me?
It could be.
Oh, I forgot to ask.
I mean, it's one of those things that, like, it's inarguable in that you can't argue for or against.
Or is it
really
coincidence? Or is it
I mean, it's always a coincidence, really. Everything is a coincidence.
But, so, if everything is a coincidence, does that mean there's really no such thing as a coincidence?
Everything is... Well, no, see, it's happenstance. Right. Is a better term, really.
Right.
Because it's a coincidence when you shit your pants when you try to fart. You know what I mean? It's a coincidence that you fucking like are like, oh yeah, haha, into a fucking wall.
Right.
It's all happenstantial, coincidental shit. It's coincidence when you just meet a woman or a woman meets a man, and like you just don't see it coming, and next thing you know, you're like,
huh?
Interesting. Who'da fucking thunk this one? What's your butthole look like? Let's be life partners.
Yeah. But, so I started Sunday.
This fucking squeaky ass goddamn chair.
I started thinking about karma. I started thinking about my general negativity that I was putting out the night before. Did that cause, some of the downfall of
They must
that?
hate me on YouTube. I just realized I spend the whole episode just looking at you.
Well, so I look at, how can you not?
My side profile's better anyway.
How could you not?
And I did get a fucking super sick wraparound design today, so I gotta show that bitch off. Shout out Cottrell at 188, best fucking fine men's salon in the Cincinnati area.
And anyway, getting back to my shit.
Oh, I should hook Gonzo up there while he's in town.
Yeah, you could. This got me thinking about karma as I'm throwing out milk and throwing out cheese and throwing out fucking everything. The $50 I spent.
You know what you should have done? You should have been like, I deserve this. I have to pay my debt, and you should have just tried to chug the milk.
No, it was
just
hot.
do the Ron Burgundy. Milk was a bad choice.
It was and I don't even buy milk that much.
Right.
I've bought milk.
It was like a treat. You were like, I kind of want some milk.
It was for my protein drinks. I was pissed. Now I gotta do fucking water.
Just mix it with semen. More protein.
Yeah, but
we call that a protein shake.
So it got me thinking about karma. So I actually said, I need to change my ways. Now you know me pretty well.
Mm-hmm.
Do I look like a guy from what that would meditate?
I don't put shit past anybody. You know that. Just from knowing you on a personal level, no. Sorry, Gonzo. I was talking about the place I get my hair cut.
Said, you know what? I have to make a change.
Yeah.
Well,
even like karma, you can throw karma out the window. If nothing else, those who are around you on a regular basis, somehow, way, shape, or form, at least the beings that are around you will eventually send what you send out back to you in some way, shape, or form.
That's kind of what, basically what karma is, and that's what I need to start putting out better shit. Because let's be honest, for the past 9 months, I've had some shitty luck. I mean, if shit could go wrong, shit has went wrong the past 9 months.
But I also think it doesn't help that you've kind of focused on that.
Exactly. I've been putting out negative energy
Yeah.
for 9 months, and I've gotten negative shit in return for 9 fucking months.
Well, I mean, it's just like my life shit stays hitting the fan. We both know that. For both of us, really. Even like it's not just so nobody thinks we're out here just bitching and moaning. It's not
we're bitching
that
and moaning.
we are, but it's
this
not.
This is my therapy
nothing,
session. You're welcome.
But it's nothing like
leave
nothing that's going on with either of us is like that horrible. You know what I mean? In comparison to a lot of people dealing with a lot of shit in their life. But, everybody has their cross to bear at any given time in their life. Like, I have a lot of shitty stuff going on. I'm fucking stretched thin as shit work-wise, and, like, I'm always fucking tired because I never have time to sleep or do anything.
Right.
But, like, even at work, everybody, like, people were like, oh, you're always fucking smiling and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, yeah, dude, what's the fucking point? I don't see the point. And I'm not, just because I'm down and out and fucking tired and sad and shit, like, I'm not going to let that affect my day-to-day with the people around me. Like, yeah, I'm still going to go into work and be like, hit me, baby, one more time while I'm cooking. You know what I mean? Like, true story. I do this shit all the time. One of my favorite playlists I like to put on is I start with, I make a radio station out of Barbie Girl. And I just fucking roll with it. Just be back there. Singing along to all the Spice Girls songs that nobody knows. 'Cause tonight is the night when two become one.
You've lost me. But however, on the flip side of this, I've known people in my life that have fucked people over, have done horrible things.
It's time.
Why the fuck are you
I
doing?
stare at that sticker every time I'm sitting here.
That have done horrible things, and nothing's happened to them. They're living their best
I
life.
mean, you know, nobody can bat 1,000.
So if karma is a real thing, why are they so selective? Why shouldn't it just be a rule of thought, general rule? If you've put out negative energy, now
I mean, I think everything
coming
has a blind spot, just like how emo kids are in Jesus' blind spot.
But my point is, I'm sure if karma's a real thing, the people who I've seen do bad things, people who've done bad things to me, I know that.
See, but that's the thing is, a lot of times you never know, because those people might not, like, their life might still be like great and they're making $1 million a year, but they might fucking just absolutely despise themselves on the inside.
I want more physical pain. Fuck that shit.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like that internal rot that some people deal with is arguably worse than anything else.
Now, even if they're.
Oh, it's my own bottle that I was opening. I was like, is the Chupacabra fucking dying right now?
Even if it comes later on, you know, they haven't got their payback yet, or karma hasn't punched them in the balls yet. It's coming. Why did my refrigerator have to go out the next fucking day?
Oh yeah, speaking of, I need to text or call him if we finish this up at the right time.
Couldn't we just wait a fucking week?
Right.
We could have had nice ice. We could have had cold fucking Fireball.
It's so passive aggressive. I love it.
No, but karma is going to come back to get Jerry Driver. God, I hope so.
Is he still alive?
No, he died.
Good.
Last year, I think.
Good.
Hopefully the vid got him.
I hope something terrible happened. I hope Deontay Wilder was just like punching him in the asshole until he died.
Why the asshole? Jerry Driver might like that.
Fair enough. Okay, so Deontay Wilder's punch him in the asshole while Mike Tyson in '94 is uppercutting him in the taint.
We always need you, Bree. We're just happy you're here.
I was just saying, she picked a great night to make dinner while she was listening, because we've just been off the cuff as fuck this whole time anyway.
These bonus episodes are going to be off the cuff.
Yeah, I'm excited that we're back again. Like, this is fun. It's fun again. It wasn't not fun with cancellation. It was just, it was hard to take something with a different, like, we're still in our wheelhouse with this.
Well, we were trying to be off the cuff, but not be off the cuff. And that's fucking different.
Like, the idea was to be off the cuff, which
right.
I think was kind of a downfall for us.
Right. What?
She sent you a picture of dinner. I usually send Phil's pictures of dinner too, but it's my ass.
Looks good. Now I'm hungry. I'm gonna have peanut butter and jelly. I had Skyline.
Ooh,
I
that
can't
sounds
have
good.
jelly because my fucking refrigerator's fucked up.
Go get some preserves. You don't have to refrigerate that, do you?
So
The Amish don't.
So I just have a peanut butter sandwich tonight because
So you're going to have cotton mouth is what you're saying.
karma raped me in the anus and took my refrigerator from me. With my
Why? Watch, your AC is going to shit tonight.
Oh, fuck you twice. Knock some wood, do fucking something.
I don't even think this counts.
Hit that bitch over there.
That's well placed. I just realized you can't even see that whole setup.
I know.
Oh, another add-on. We might be adding Instagram or Facebook Live here in the next weeks or so.
I think Instagrams. We're going to go do Instagram. So,
since that's the one that's popping off a little bit.
Right. When we
because your boy on his shit.
When we go live, we're going to go live on YouTube as always and do Instagram. We were going to do it tonight. However, there was something with the audio. I couldn't get sound on it, which is the same stuff I use for phone. You know, for phone interviews and everything. I do not know why sound was not
on the live from your phone.
The phone didn't read the sound for some reason.
Interesting. What a bunch of bitches.
Literally, I was doing it 3 minutes before we were going live.
Yeah.
So I didn't have time to really.
Well, I mean, I literally you were like, "Oh, we'll go live at 8." I'd parked in front of your house at 7:59.
Oh yeah. What? Oh shit.
She said she'd make dinner for us.
I'll text you the address. Bring it.
I gotta get something to eat after this. I'm hungry.
I stopped at Skyline.
That's what I want. That sounds good.
On my way, before I even came home.
They close at 10.
Well, I was going to just do Burger King, quick and easy tonight. On my way home.
Yeah.
Went to the drive-thru. Fairly fucking crowded. I'll get this paranormal, or actually, this is about to become a serial killer fucking story. Fairly crowded. You know, a lady in front of me pulled up, took her over, pulled up, and literally stopped where I was right here, and the fucking thing was right there.
Like you could have yelled into it if you really wanted to.
The guy was trying to talk to me. I said, dude, wait, tell this bitch to move up, and I will take my order. So 15 minutes later, because somebody in the front obviously ordered something stupid or 85 fucking Whoppers or something stupid, because I sat there for 15 minutes, you know, right there, and I pull up and I sit there for another 5 minutes, and
nice.
Nothing. I'm like, dude, I'm sitting there going, there's a camera there. I'm like, hello.
Nice.
And guess what? I said, fuck it. I left.
Yeah.
There's like 15 cars behind me.
Right.
Oh, fucking
Yeah, I've been pretty good on my caloric intake, but I don't give a shit today. Today was my day off. Like, I already had Mexican food. I had some just the best, most amazing fiery red salsa.
Fiery red salsa.
It was so lovely.
Stop talking about fast food. I'm dieting. I don't want to hear your dilemmas. I'm dieting too.
Munchies kicking in. That's what I'm saying. I don't even have the munchies. I'm just fucking hungry.
Well, congratulations. She lost 8 pounds. That is awesome. Good job.
Ski. I'm gonna start weighing myself after I take a shit in the morning. It's a cheating, but I'll
Not
take
really.
it.
You want a dry weight.
Hopefully it's dry. God damn. Oh man.
So what else you want to talk about?
I don't know. I've pretty much covered the topics I had.
I mean, West Memphis 3. I'll be kind of glad when this is over. I hope we can get it all done 3.
Yeah, like I'm searching through my notes that I have for like something paranormal or cryptid or something a little more light.
Or even aliens.
Yeah, like something a little light so that like, you know, just lighten it up a little bit.
Right, we've covered some.
I feel like we've both like we've voluntarily put ourselves in such a dark mental place in our free time for the most part.
Which could be why my refrigerator took a shit.
Yeah, because we're just out here spending hours upon hours of our days just listening to, reading about, and researching fucking murder.
But I forgot to. Yes, I'm going to start meditating to try and put a little bit more positive energy out there.
Yeah.
And calm myself.
There it is again. Smoke weed every day.
And calm myself.
The Middle West Memphis 3, Part 3, coming up next week. It's the next episode. Hold up. Hey. Oh, dearie me.
Yes, I did. Yes.
Yeah, we got it.
We got it. And I even responded to you, so you know I got it. I said I'll look into it, and I will. I got you. But it seemed a little dark. We're trying to go a little lighter.
Right.
We'll cover that in future weeks.
Yeah, I have to have something a little more slapstick after this.
Yeah,
I think both of us do. Like you're even further into this than me.
Oh, I'm in a dark fucking place.
Yeah, like you've gone way further, but you also didn't know as much about it before you started researching it either.
Yeah, I mean, I need to.
Like I had already watched all the movies.
It's like watching porn. I've been. If you relate to porn, I've been watching some really fucked up porn. I need some good happy porn. You know, fuck the
there's a reason
Man.
There's a reason I
Or
call all my
sex
fucking
or
true
something
crime
like
podcasts and shit murder porn. That's what it is.
Oh.
It tickles a fancy, even if you don't want the world to know about it.
Yeah. So, yeah, I need.
Shaboopy.
We will cover that at some point. We're just going to lighten it up. Maybe do some friendly alien talk. We'll ET, some happy Bigfoot talk.
Bigfoot's big feats.
But we are going to dive into magic and witchcraft a little bit.
Yes.
In the near future, which kind of correlates and ties into the West Memphis 3 a little bit, which we want to get into. Which magic now
with a K
with a K is more like law of attraction. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
And manifestation, all that shit. That's really what it is now.
I love all the basic white girls now that do that shit. They're like, I'm manifesting that this is going to happen. And I'm like, I don't think it works quite like that. I'm pretty sure you have to put a little more energy into it.
But apparently I've been manifesting shitty refrigerators, and that's what I got.
Yeah, I'll let you know tonight or tomorrow about that temporary replacement.
I might just go down to that place down at the bottom of the hill. Pick up something used. Well,
Or don't pay for it and fucking, like, then, you know, you save a couple.
or I just say, fuck it and go.
Build a wooden box and just buy giant chunks of ice from the Amish community.
No, just raw dog it. No fucking cold, nothing.
Yeah.
Don't need it. Like 18, 13 shit. Get rid of the fucking electricity too. Just sit here with candles.
Fuck that, because then you got to get rid of the AC.
Well, let's be honest. That AC. This house is 121 years old.
But yeah, we remember what it was like before the AC.
Actually, it's not that bad in here. Actually, I thought
Right
about
now,
I thought about not even putting the fan on tonight.
see, I like the fan.
I don't like taking.
I'm always like that though. I know it potentially can fuck up the audio, and we have to tweak that. But like I'm always gonna vote for fucking.
I think Garrett wants us to talk about aliens. We really haven't done any good aliens.
Not in a while.
Not in a while. Maybe we should do.
I'd say like fuck Project Bluebeam and no Skinwalker Ranch had some ET shit in it, but I'd say Project Bluebeam was our last big one.
It's a long story, Bree, about do I have to pay to get the rental? Yes, I do rent. I theoretically could make my landlord give me one, but I'm not going to do that because I know him.
Oh, it's like I said,
It's
we got a mini fridge that's
Yeah.
plenty big enough for your bachelor shopping style.
And I'm pretty sure the owner of this house is much better off than me.
I digress.
No, so I'm not gonna put him in that spot. So
Right.
yeah.
Well, it's like I said, you're talking about going to get a used something or other. I'm like, fuck that. We have a one of those bigger mini fridges. It's just sitting in the fucking dining room because it can't be used for what
Right.
my roommates originally wanted to utilize it for. So yeah. Yeah.
Who are you texting? Me
Yeah, I
or-
can do.
me or Travis. Let us know.
I'm down to do aliens. We could do Right Pat.
I will hook up with you, Bree, on that.
We could do Right Pat and Roswell.
We could do
little
Right
local
Patch.
lore.
We could do. I think maybe that'd be a nice right patch role in the Roswell incident.
Right Pat's role in the aftermath of the Roswell
Well,
incident, really.
Where basically just because that's where it is reported.
Or as it was known at the time, Wright Field. I think it was the biggest Air Force base in the country at the time.
But basically, they took it.
Yeah.
Took whatever.
Yeah.
They
And
took the weather
I've heard
balloon.
so many different
They
insider
took the weather balloon
things.
to right pat.
I've heard, like, obviously it's all, like, fucking through the grapevine circumstantial shit, but I've heard so many stories from so many people, and none of them conflict with each other.
Right.
Which
Yeah.
is always interesting.
I don't know.
But I'm down to do that. I'm always down for aliens.
Yeah, and I lost my freaking Netflix.
You can use mine. I'm the only one on my Netflix.
My mother got hacked. I was scheming off my mother's Netflix, and she texted me today, said she got rid of it.
I'll send you mine.
How dare her?
What do you
I
can have
don't-
what,
I
like
don't
up
know
to
if she's
3
on here.
users on Netflix or something like that?
It depends. Yeah, I think 3's the least amount. Anything
I'm the
more
only motherfucker on my Netflix. I'll send you my login.
I'll worry about it. But there is that new series out
What?
on Netflix.
I just fired up Netflix last night for the first time. Like, I think this is the second time I've used Netflix since I moved into where I'm living now. So, what, 2 months?
Yeah, I know there's a new series because I actually started to watch the first one, but one Saturday, but I was busy doing something. Really
excuse
didn't pay much attention. So yeah, I think we should
Apologize for the burp.
we should do an alien episode.
I'm down.
After West Memphis 3.
Or mermaids.
Merman. We've done mermaids basically. How much rum did a pirate have to drink to think
A manatee was
is
a mermaid?
Good-looking mermaid.
And to fuck one? And I still want to know what scientists supposedly found out that allegedly a manatee vagina is the most similar to a human. It's like manatees and pigs or something like that. Pig's a little more easy to wrap your head around how somebody found that one out.
Speaking of Arkansas.
Speaking of the Amish, the Amish are great people. They smell like shit, though.
Never mind.
Well, a family in New York lives in a very Amish-heavy community.
I'm turning over a new leaf. I was going to make a joke, but I'm trying to put out positivity in the world.
Last time I turned over a new leaf, I used it to wipe my ass.
My luck here the past 9 months, it'd be poison ivy.
Amish paradise. That, God.
That song,
yeah, it pisses me off every time. Because I grew up loving Gangster's Paradise. I remember the music video and everything with, who was it?
Michelle Pfeiffer.
It was Michelle Pfeiffer.
Yeah, because it was in...
And she just did absolutely no acting.
Well, it was because it was in the movie.
Oh, fuck.
What was the name of that movie that she was in?
Izzy. I feel like Izzy would know this. For some reason, Izzy seems like he would fucking know that.
Because I think that was like either in the movie or played at the end of the movie. Or
Tell me why are we... No copyright strikes.
What was that movie?
Oh, fuck. Hold on.
Don't fuck with Coolio. What's Amish Paradise, baby?
A pig, allegedly. I mean, I'm not out here doing this research, so I don't fucking know.
Watch. But yeah, so I love Coolio. I love the hairdo. I wish I had hair that could do that. As soon as you say it, there it is. Uh-oh. We have Breezy is getting a little naughty, apparently, because they're hiding her comment.
What's this shit?
Why is my, hey. What?
I don't know. Dangerous Minds.
Dangerous Minds, there it is.
I'm just going off what the interweb tells me. The manatee one is still more shocking to me. Like,
actually, I do not think, the pig doesn't have the corkscrew penis, doesn't it?
It does.
I thought this was on Ohio not too long ago, a couple weeks ago.
What?
They were talking about an animal. It wasn't a pig that had a corkscrew penis.
I don't know. I know pigs do. I also know pigs can orgasm for, I think, up to an hour.
Well, that would just be exhausting.
It's so useless.
Well, don't. Every woman I've ever been with does. Okay, that was funny.
How many Grammys do they have? Or, well, I guess a Grammy wouldn't be the right one, would it? How many Golden Globes do they have? Emmys. Oscars. There you
go.
No. But, yeah. Oh, God.
Where are we at?
But, are you talking about the raccoons?
No, it wasn't.
Raccoons have bones in their penis. They also have pronged penises. They have two prongs on it.
Not a llama, but
alpaca?
Maybe it was an alpaca. I don't know. They were talking about something, and they made it. Yeah. I don't know, but it wasn't a pig.
Those two talk about some type of dick.
Maybe
pretty much every episode.
Maybe it was a duck they were talking about. I don't know.
Did you hear the new episode they did?
No.
They did the Battlefield of Love, and like they were like, apparently we've been using that was copyrighted music, so let's find something else. And it's what song is it? It's a song that like it's from a movie or something that you would know, and it's whistling it, but it's also made up entirely of like whistle sounds that sing the tune or whistle the tune of the song and farts.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Anyway, so what else are you going to talk about? We got.
I'm out.
You're out?
I've exhausted. I was asleep fucking 40 minutes before I came here.
Well, we've went over an hour, so I mean, we gave them their money's worth.
Yeah, it's free.
Don't ask me why I know this stuff. Why do you know that stuff, Bree?
That was a good one. Wonder how that picked up on the mics. But yeah, I mean, I'm tapped. I forgot about this shit. I don't even want to say I forgot about it. I just like once I laid down and the dog got in the bed because I was there by myself. I
want to know why Bree is such a connoisseur of animal corkscrew penises. This is a question to be asked.
I still want to know if the guy that had his penis, that lost his penis and had it replaced with his finger, can bend it, like if it has functioning knuckles still.
That could come in handy.
Or like if you can pee around a corner.
Anyway. Yeah, I'm out too. I don't know what the fuck to talk about. Well, we blew our wad early. Actually, we made it last an hour. And, what's Gonzo have to say?
I said the episode went by quick. It always does when you're having fun.
Yeah.
And plus, this is our first shot back at the fucking bonus shit show episode.
Yes.
So now we get, not every week, but, you'll have a double upload week every once in a while.
Well, I think these are going to be weekends. When we do these, I'm going to release them on
the feed.
On the podcast feed
Yeah.
on the weekends.
Yeah. That's fine.
Matter of fact, I got to get last night's episode.
Or like a Friday morning.
Or, sometime Friday, but maybe Saturday, whatever.
Because then we can just record whenever the fuck we want. We'll just put it up on fucking, whatchamacallits.
Okay, that was way too much information there, Brian. We do not care about your Coupin's cat shit.
Gonzo's talking about how monkeys go after the assholes and shit. Yeah, because they're smart. They go after the most weak points and the points that allow you to attack them back.
The asshole? What are they afraid to?
The asshole is just an easy entry. It's just like most carnivorous.
How small is your penis?
Well, like most carnivorous animals start at the asshole because it's a direct line into organ meat and shit like that.
I've never had an easy entrance into an asshole, male or female. What's Joy saying?
She was thanking me because I'm a good person. And I sent her an Instagram message letting her know we were going live. Because I don't think she's been in here long enough to remember the shit show.
Oh, no. I think she's only been talking for like 3 weeks or so.
Yeah. Shit show was a while ago now. So, yeah. Welcome back to the shit show, you fucking pieces of shit. You bunch of cucks.
Well, we promise we will talk more paranormal, which we actually talked more paranormal type shit tonight.
We do on the shit show because it's more subjective.
There were sometimes we did.
Oh yeah, there's a very good chance we'll just go off the fucking rails. Let another thing come up in the Britney Spears case.
Means we can bring back the hand grenades.
The raccoons and hand grenades.
Thumbnail.
Yes.
You know what?
Nah, I feel it. Joy, my life is a shut show too. Shut and dry case of fuckery.
Oh, trust me.
That's what I put on the Instagram as a last minute post. I was like, you guys want some impromptu fuckery?
I'm convinced.
Tune in.
I'm convinced I was a crossmaker in a previous life.
A crossmaker?
Yes.
What the fuck is that?
I made the cross that Jesus was hung on. And
oh.
My life, karma has been railing me from behind for fucking years.
I don't know what I would have been in the last life. One dead person I think I get along with. There's a fuckload of them.
Dead person that I would get along with.
Michael Jackson.
Nah. I don't like... I'm sorry. No.
Michael Jackson probably did most of that shit, but I don't care. He still had some hot songs. Like, I still can't listen to Beat It, and I'm like, Beat It.
Oh, well, Eddie made that. I mean, I don't give a fuck what you say.
Oh. Either way.
We were talking about guitar licks the other night. That is a great riff. That is an amazing riff. After the Thriller album, I wasn't a big fan after that. Because remember,
he had a couple here and there.
I
wouldn't say albums. He had a couple little hits here and there. But
I mean, I was probably 8 or 9 when
Thriller's not the top-selling album in the United States anymore, though, as of like 10 years ago.
What is?
The Eagles' greatest hits.
Oh, fuck that.
I don't give it to them from a commercial standpoint.
You know what I watched?
The Eagles were the perfect commercial. Like, they were they took what John Denver tried to do, and they made it more socially loved. They took that country pop rock thing and just perfected it.
They were like Leonard Skinner light. Or Leonard.
Yeah, but I mean, see
Leonard
that
Skinner,
Leonard Skinner can fuck off.
But they were that kind of. They had that, like you said, that southern kind of.
I'm just so you see, and like a lot of people hate on me for that when I say shit like that. I'm just so fucking over Leonard Skinner. I'm so over the same 4 Leonard Skinner songs. Simple Man, fucking amazing song. I'm tired of hearing it. I'm all the way over Sweet Home Alabama. I'm all the way over Freebird and its fucking unnecessary 7.5 minute long tracking is fucking pieces of shit. Fuck Ronnie Van Zant. I'm just kidding. They're all talented dudes. I'm just tired of hearing it's any band. I'm tired of hearing the same fucking songs all the time. There we go. See, that's what it would probably be. It would probably be a musician that I would pick. Mitch Lucker. Oh my God. I would love to have the chance to bring Mitch Lucker back to life. The original vocalist from Suicide Silence. Oh, I love that dude.
One dead person I'd like to talk to.
Or get along with, I think was the original question.
Get along with.
Also Mitch Lucker from Suicide Silence. They're just not the same anymore. I doubt anybody in here is like an avid listener of deathcore, but...
You know what? It'd be Abraham Lincoln.
What if he was just a massive cockbag in real life, though?
No, I want to ask him, dude, did you like it up the ass or what? I hear you did.
I have heard that like there was rumors about old Honest Abe being gay.
Yeah, or FDR. Dude,
being gay?
No. I'd ask him, dude, really? You had to marry your cousin? At least she could have been good looking. Fuck, you could have said no.
Shit, Jerry Lee Lewis did it, and she was like 13. I'm from Jerry Lee Lewis. I'm from Louisiana.
Oh, you know what I watched last night?
What?
You know I've been on this Breaking the Band thing?
Yeah.
Genesis. I was never a big Genesis fan, and I didn't think they were that big.
Oh, yeah, man. Genesis was
huge.
massive.
I said I don't remember Genesis when
it's because they did
what
a lot of those other bands did. They fit that pop thing. Like they were rock and pop at the same time.
That was after Peter Gabriel left.
Yeah.
And Genesis really didn't pop until after Phil Collins popped solo.
Because Phil Collins is amazing. Phil Collins might be the best left-handed drummer.
Is a great song.
It's not.
Oh, I love that song.
It's a terrible song.
Oh, it fucked you twice.
30 seconds of it is awesome. The other 4 minutes is
like they said,
mediocre.
That is the greatest drum. Well, fuck you.
Also untrue. Possibly one of the most. It's probably the most recognizable and most iconic. But it's.
I mean.
I literally
it
is like the first day that I got a drum kit when I was a kid. I could play that.
Yeah, it's not hard. Yeah, right. It's not hard.
I was 15 years old and I was like, well, I've accomplished that goal.
It's not that hard to do, but that's the most wonderful things are simple. That's what makes things wonderful, is the simplicity of it.
Well, I mean, yeah, and then you get into like Tommy Lee doing the opening for Hot for Teacher. That shit's fucking rad.
No, it's too complex. I like simple.
See, now, but this is an argument, a totally null argument when you take somebody who I don't want to say, I wouldn't call myself a musician. Maybe to an extent. I was at one point. I'm probably rusty as fuck now on anything I've ever played. But, like, you have totally different points of view on stuff. You know what I mean? Like, don't get me wrong, like, I don't take anything away from fucking... I can feel it coming in her hair tonight.
It's the overall tone of the song. See, I'm a big thing when it comes to music. Music has to make me feel something.
Oh, yeah. I say all the time, my perfect example is the song Change in The House of Flies by Deftones.
Mm-hmm.
Some people think I'm crazy until I explain it to them. That song is sexy as fuck. Like the vibe and the build of that song is like that song is the audio version of a sex scene in a movie. If you listen to it and you think about it, you're like, yeah, I can literally see every step to this moment.
That's what it's well stated on this podcast. You love deathcore.
Yeah.
See, I don't, because it doesn't. It doesn't make me. The only thing I feel when I'm listening to it is fucking confusion.
Yeah. It's not for everybody.
And like speed metal. Yes, you are amazing fucking talent to go that fast, be able to play that fast, and be that good.
Yeah.
But it's like mumble rap. I want to hear what the fuck you have to say.
Yeah, my only argument for liking mumble rap is like the beats are always dope.
Right, but
like, I don't know any of the fucking words to like a Kodak Black song, but he's think he's an idiot.
But I
don't think he's an idiot. I just don't think he's a very good lyricist. But he's got dope beats.
The faster you go, the harder you go. Yes, I understand it's very difficult to do. You're a brilliant musician, but it doesn't. You're going so fast. I don't have time to feel anything.
See, that's always my thing. Is like I just can't stand people who are like, "That's garbage. I don't like it. It's garbage." I'm like, well, the Beatles can fucking kind of blow me, and everybody treats them like they're gods amongst men.
And just because it makes me feel something doesn't mean I like it. Just like the Beatles, I feel like I want to.
I like the beats. Gonzo, fuck off. I have a system in my car. Mumble rap sounds great in my car. I can't hear the words.
That's the thing about lyrics. I want to be able to hear the lyrics to understand what they're trying to say.
Yeah.
Trying to convey to me.
Yeah, mumble rap is great, like in my car, because I can't hear the words once the beat starts, because their beats are so heavy. Their 808s and shit are so heavy. And, like, I get it for, like, clubs and parties, because you're not paying attention anyway.
Right. It's just a baseline at that point.
Yeah, like the one I will bow down to one guy that they do is considered mumble rap by a lot of people that I do actually like. I do like Future. But I like Future is the hip hop version of a musician as far as I'm concerned. He could basically, I don't understand why he doesn't just produce his own albums.
I just want to
which
be able,
adds a whole nother level to it.
I need to be able to hear the words.
Yeah. Well, that's why there's certain bands in my realm of metal that like more people will like because they are more audible. Their enunciation is more like Slipknot. Slipknot's much more widely accepted because as heavy as Slipknot can get, you can still understand Corey Taylor almost all the time. He's got a very clean scream. Who else? King 810, who most people don't know about. King 810, fucking love King 810. They're gnarly, they're fucking heavy, but David Gunn's vocals, like, you can always understand him, even when he's going hard as fuck. Like, and this dude sounds like he's like purposely trying to blow out his vocal cords sometimes.
I did,
and they do a lot of deep. You would like a lot of King 810. They don't. They're not all screamo. Like it's a poor white kid from Flint, Michigan.
Well, drinking that water, of course, his voice is
dude.
like that.
His stories have so much anger and emotion just naturally written into them. It's crazy. Their music videos are great too. He's got one called "I Ain't Going Back Again," and he just tells a whole story of basically a day in the life of him at like 8 years old. Shows like little 8-year-old him like walking with a bucket across the street to get water so they can boil it to take a bath.
Right.
And it's really cool because like while he's doing it, the kid's walking down the street and there's a slow-mo, like this old G-body Cutlass or something like that driving by, and the two guys are just staring at this kid and their faces are blurred out. And you're like, oh, that's fucking ominous. Is something bad going to happen to the kid? No, full circle. It comes around to the end, and he tells the story, and it shows it from the kid's standpoint. And then he's telling kind of the story of where he's at now, and it's him riding around with his friend. And right at the end of the video, they show that clip again, and it's him and his. I don't know if it's somebody that was in the band at the time, but it's him and the other guy driving down the street in that car, and he's looking at his childhood self.
Right.
And I was like, that's fucking.
Right. I just need to be able to understand. It has to speak to me for me to like it.
Yeah.
I'm not. Yeah, a beat is great. You know, it has to have some sort of rhythmic beat. I can like it, but
I can't. I'm not meeting Gonzo anymore after that one.
I didn't. Well, I wasn't paying that much attention. Oh, you got a response from Eric.
I saw that.
Okay.
You know who Fozzy is? It's Chris Jericho's band.
Yes, that's right. Yeah.
Fozzy can suck me. Don't fuck with my metal.
I just need to be able to. I have to relate to the words for me to like a song.
Oh yeah, I could give you a list of like specifically King 810 songs that you'd probably fucking love.
Right. I just have to relate to them.
And some of them do get heavy, but like they're not like there are songs like the first song I ever heard by them is called Kill 'Em All. And like the whole chorus is just him screaming "Kill 'em all" over and over again, and the only other lines is "Gun 'em down, hang their fucking bodies in the hall." And then there's like, but it's one of those ones too. Like they have songs where like I even don't like. Think that no, I don't like Fozzy. Like I don't think they're bad. It's just not my style. But they even have songs that I like to pride myself as being somebody that like can read between those lines of lyricism and shit like that, because I've always, you know me, music has basically been my religion my whole life. It's my savior in all ways, shapes, and forms. But like King 810, they have like one song specifically, I can't remember what the name of the song is, but like I thought it was about this thing, judging by the lyrics and even trying to like read into the lyrics on a personal level. And then I watched the music video and I was like, holy fuck, this song's actually about the mistreatment and the sexual abuse of children within the Catholic Church. And that was never even on my radar. And then once I watched the music video and then watching the music video, I was like, it actually fucking makes sense when you put it in front of somebody.
Yeah.
They're very good at like, they make songs that like he puts his own emotion and his own feeling into it and he gets it out. But like it's very easy to change the interpretation to something that fits your life,
right,
which I think is what makes it such good music to me.
I agree. I mean, it has to. It almost has to. I have to understand the words because I need them to feel. I need to feel like they wrote that song. They were inside my head when they wrote that song.
Yeah.
So,
oh yeah, I get it. See, I'm one of those weird ones. Like I can listen to that like shit, and like I know the words.
See, I can't.
So people are like, "How do you?" I'm like, "It just comes with fucking time, man. Like you get used to it. Like I'm used to hearing people doing like Alex Terrible from Slaughter to Prevail, doing just insane guttural lows that are like questionably humanly possible. I thought they were fake until I followed him on Instagram. And I just saw him driving around in his car just doing those lows. I was like, Jesus Christ, he's a Russian bear.
How do we get on fucking music? Oh, I never.
It's me. It's not very hard to make that segue.
I never did get to the dead person I'd like to get with. Oh.
That's a whole different subject.
What was the question you asked?
A dead person you think you get along with.
Get along with.
Ow, that hurt.
That's a good fucking question.
Right? I'd say, like, I feel like a popular answer for a lot of people would be things like Gandhi, but Gandhi was a little bit of a fucking hypocritical piece of shit that was not as squeaky clean as everybody thinks he was.
Yes.
I don't know.
I don't want to know if it want to be somebody famous necessarily. I don't know.
See, that's my thing is like for the intent of this question, I feel like it has to be somebody somewhat famous or somebody who's known by a considerable amount of the population, just to make it a valid thing to talk about. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I don't know, man. Like it.
That's a hard fucking question. I mean, there's part of me that would like. We mentioned him.
Neil Peart. Not even because of the drum thing, because I know that a lot of people thought he was an asshole when they would do meet and greets, and it's just because he was so socially awkward that, like, I forget who, I think it was Alex Lifeson, the guitar player from Rush, said he was like, Neil wasn't trying to be a dick when he didn't want to meet with people. He was just much more comfortable and in his element going back to the green room and reading an 800-page book on astrophysics,
right? Which...
Or depending on the situation.
Listening to a podcast on platypuses.
Yeah. I did listen to a whole podcast about marsupials.
Actually...
I'm in the middle of one about India. So interesting.
I would almost say it's almost cliche a little bit, but we kind of talked about
Have fun at work, Carmen.
Enjoy yourself.
Where in the world is Carmen Sandiego? She's at work.
In San Diego?
Yeah.
We talked about him at the bar not too long ago. Elvis. Just to find out what it was like to have that
all the power in the world for the realm in which you exist,
and that much fame, could not do anything.
I'd like to think he was like just how he was in Walk Hard, the Dewey Cox story. Have you ever seen that?
No, because I do.
Dude,
I'm not a big fan of that.
John C. Reilly?
Yeah.
Dude, you have to watch that movie. That movie's so fucking funny. He meets Elvis, and it's the best thing I've ever seen in my life. He's like, Elvis, oh man, you're my hero. There's a great shot there. And like he like kind of walks up behind him, and Elvis is apparently coked out in the movie, and he just turns around and he's like, look out, man. You know what that is? That's called karate, man. I can chop a man in half.
I like just to say what it was like to, how in the world could anybody deal with that? Nobody has. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. Nobody has been that famous ever.
You know what I think would be a good one for most people? Princess Di. Because personal opinion, I think the world overall would be a straight up better place if Princess Diana never fucking died. Or was murdered by something that rhymes with Boyle Tamley.
You don't want the YouTube censors to get all pissy with us. What? Who else? I mean,
I think the other Skyline up closer to my work is open till 11 on the weekdays now. It was randomly one day. This one closes at like 9.
The one up by
McDonald's and Taco Bell and shit.
Yeah, I think they're open till 11.
Even on the weekdays.
Yeah,
which is amazing.
Yeah, I think so. I think I've been there before.
Because as we all know, I can literally always eat Skyline.
Yeah, but Skyline after 8 o'clock it's touch and go.
Once I figured out that I had diverticulitis, like as long as I don't break that, like I'm better off going to Skyline hands down than going to McDonald's because I'll fuck around and go to McDonald's.
I'm going to have to disagree with you. Megan will never be like Diana.
I agree. I don't think so.
She is a worthless troll.
Diana was.
She was so Megan
abnormal for the tone of the Boyle Tamley of Brait Gritton.
Megan craves the spotlight. She craves.
I don't read into that any of that. That's such tabloidy fucking horseshit. She's the royalty version of a Kardashian.
She is an actress. You can watch.
Oh God, Gonzo's never had Skyline.
You'll
have to try some when you come down here. Cincinnati chili. Let's settle this argument now. We've already had this. It's not chili. It's a meat sauce. I love it and it's delicious, but it's not fucking chili. They put it over. Traditionally, you can get it over spaghetti with a shitload of cheese, and it's weird, but it's good.
But you can watch. You can watch.
Lamont. Did you see his second one? I now agree with Lamont 100% because they're going to kill her next.
Okay, yes, maybe.
I don't disagree with that.
But I'd be okay.
I'm kind of surprised that hasn't happened yet. I'm not okay with anybody dying unless it's like John Wayne Gacy. Like,
but
I don't want people to die. Some people deserve to die, though. But for the most part, most of the population of the world, I'm not going to be like,
I'm like Thanos.
Fuck them.
Half these motherfuckers need to go.
I mean, it's not untrue, but it's not untrue. But my whole thing is like, who am I to make that decision if they're not a fucking serial rapist? I actually kind of like, as far as fast food places, I kind of like Wendy's chili. Every once in a while, I like to get a small one and I dip my fries in it.
It used to be better.
It did
back in the day. Now it's vegetable soup.
Yeah, I get it and dip my fries in it.
Right. I don't know. I think there's a big difference between her and Diana. Look at old tapes of Diana. She was uncomfortable with her.
Diana knew what was coming.
She was never comfortable in the spotlight. You could tell just by looking at her.
Yeah, because she knew what was going to happen if her ideals got out to the world.
Well, or she's just a miserable person because she had to suck that.
Hello, love. That guy that looked like the stereotypical British guy that they put on Family Guy every once in a while.
Yes.
It's not chili. There's no such thing as Greek chili.
That's called anal. What the fuck are you talking about?
There's no such thing as Greek chili. As far as I know, chili is not a European descent. So how does Greece have chili? But at the same time, you can make the arguments of like al pastor tacos and shit like that at a Hispanic restaurant. That's basically a love child of Mexico City and Arabic culture, because a large Arabic community moved to Mexico City, and then like if you go to Mexico City and you get an al pastor taco, they actually make al pastor on a spit like a gyro or a shawarma, and they carve it off.
I have one thing to say.
What?
Welcome to the fucking shit show. What?
This is what it's like every time.
What are we talking about?
This is what but this is what we were missing. This is what the cancellation theory was not.
Right.
Like we tried to take this and make it into its own thing and put a fucking term and a thing on it, and it didn't fucking go like this does.
That sounds like cardiac arrest.
Snappy sticks.
Sounds like pure cardiac arrest. Read that for the public, for the masses.
So it's a mozzarella stick with a That sounds interesting.
Brianne says she worked at a Greek restaurant, and yes, there is such a thing as Greek.
Yeah, well, I worked at a Mediterranean restaurant, and they had fucking Philly cheesesteaks. So, you know.
So, should we end it now, or you want to pick another topic?
Or like Mike's Chili and Euros down the street.
Maybe next week on the shit show, or next time we'll talk about prostitution.
Yes, yes. I like it. I love it. But it's meat sauce.
We'll talk about prostitution and love songs. The greatest love songs of all time.
I'm down.
I'm not. I'm fucking with you.
There's a lot of good love songs out there.
No, name one.
I can name a lot. When I See You Smile, Bad English.
Never. No, I didn't. No.
What else? I Have Nothing, Whitney Houston.
Okay, I'll give you that. I watched that.
How Am I Supposed to Live, Michael Bolton.
Yeah, fuck him.
I love Michael Bolton for 2 songs.
Dude.
For 2 songs.
You have my hairline, my receding hairline.
Lay Lady Lay. Bob Dylan.
Oh, fuck Bob. I cannot stand
Bob Dylan's a genius. He's hard to understand. I'll give people that. But like his writing ability was so good.
He was a folk mumble rapper.
In Between the Sheets, the Isley Brothers. Fucking leave it to Lamont, the black dude in his 40s. to say an Isley Brothers. Yeah. Fucking every Barry White song. Anything by Marvin. I've been really trying, baby.
Did I ever hear this right? Ray Charles is getting into the Hall of Fame, Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Why wouldn't he?
I'm shocked he wasn't in. How is he?
Oh, I don't disagree.
How the fuck isn't Kiss in the fucking Rock and Roll Hall of Fame?
Unfortunately.
How the fuck did they get? No disrespect.
We all know my feelings on Kiss. I think they're the most overrated rock band of all time, other than AC/DC.
How is Kiss, Bon Jovi, or anybody in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame?
Yes, Teddy Pendergrass. Guess I better let it go.
Before Ray fucking Charles. He should be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame just for his appearance.
I think Little Richard's in there too. So how did Little Richard beat Ray Charles?
But he should be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame just for his performance in the Blues Brothers.
Well, he deserves it no matter what, just off musical fucking talent and influence.
That is a travesty. That is a sham of a Hall of Fame.
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, fucking Public Enemy and Run DMC, I believe, made it in before Rush.
Isn't like Joan Jett's in the Rock and Roll Hall.
Rush just made it in like the last 5 years.
REM. Or not REM.
REO Speedwagon.
Oh, they bet if they ever make it to the fucking Hall of Fame, I'm fucking...
They're not that bad.
I'm Unabomber.
I can't hate on them.
Air Supply, how about that?
Oh, God.
I had that album. Of course,
the Arctic Monkeys.
I was like 8. Not The Cure. The Cure's in there before Ray
Really?
Charles. Yes. I think I watched, because every now and then
I think the Ramones and the Sex Pistols are in there, too. I'll give them those, though. Because the Ramones and Sex Pistols, like...
Literally, Ray Charles should have been
But if the Ramones...
my thing is... Class.
See, because I also like punk rock. If the Ramones and the Sex Pistols are in there, fucking... There's a lot... Rancid needs to be in there. Which then goes into... leads into other fucking genres, too. Because Rancid, I don't care what anybody says, bordered the line between punk rock and ska.
But I'm saying Ray Charles should have been in the inaugural class.
ZZ Top's in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
But Ray Charles should have been in the number one.
R.I.P.
class.
Dusty from ZZ Top. They're dropping like fucking flies this year. Everybody, just in general, like motherfuckers, musicians just seem to be dying left and right.
The vid getting them.
I don't know. Joey Jordison's still the most upsetting one for me. Somebody I used to work with, like their significant other who also knows me, was even like, "Oh, I wonder if I should text Travis. That's like his hero." And I was like, I was sitting at the house. I was like, "Fucking Joey Jordison's died. Who's that? Shut your fucking whore mouth. That's who, you piece of shit." Bye, Chalupa. Where's she going?
Shit, even the dog's leaving. I said, "Fuck, I can't even deal with this shit show shit."
I mean, I can do this anytime. Yeah, we're down to 2. We might as well pull the plug.
Gonzo, we're out.
It says we've got 3 and we're watching it on our phones.
So, Gonzo.
1, yeah.
All right, we're going to end the shit show.
Oh, it was a good shit show.
We had a good run.
I feel like...
Hold on.
Who this?
Who this? Well, hello.
Ermerthur aliens. Greetings, Earthling.
And Lamont, Judas Priest should never make it.
I'm not the biggest Judas Priest fan.
They had one good song, really.
They had a couple.
And
Breaking the law, you got another thing coming.
Okay, 2. I forgot about that one.
They had some good ones. I'm not the biggest Judas.
And I'm sorry.
But we've had this conversation. I'm not the biggest fan of that 80s metal scene, period.
No, you're not.
Because like my 80s metal was early Metallica and like Slayer and bands that nobody's ever heard of because they were foreign and shit. Like
But it was. You're not a big fan, but it was a very important time in rock and roll. I'm sorry.
No.
Guns N' Roses is one of the greatest rock and roll bands of all time.
I was just talking about Guns N' Roses today too.
I don't care what anybody says.
Axl Rose is a fucking prick though, or was.
All frontmen are.
Not to that extent. That man left a venue and a show because they got him the wrong bottled water.
They're all fucking prima donnas. But
and and Welcome to the Jungle was the opening song of a fantastic movie by the name of, what was it? The Principal, I think it was. Or no.
It was Louis Gossett Jr., was it? Oh.
No, I'm thinking it wasn't The Principal, was it? Lamont probably knows this one. It had Morgan Freeman. Mr. Clark don't play. I just know there was a him. Fuck him.
Who's him?
Him is like Bam Margera stole his logo from that band. The Heartagram. It's a pentagram, but it's like a triangle upside down, or a triangle with a heart. Mm-hmm. Like him is not bad, but him should not be in the fucking Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Not yet, at least. They have a lot of fucking work to do. If him's going into the fucking Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, Dream Theater better be in there. Dream Theater better be in there. Tool better be in there. Fucking Rage Against the Machines might actually already be in there. Who else? And if we're just talking about if him were to be brought up, I'll be pissed if these bands aren't already in there. Deftones. Oh, the list goes. There's so many. Like I'm not trying to hate on him. I like a lot of him songs, but they do not have the discography of greatness that they need to be a Rock and Roll Hall of Fame band.
The Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is
it's so subjective. It pisses me off.
It's
dude.
like a star on Hollywood Boulevard.
I remember people being up in arms when Public Enemy and Run DMC got in. I was like, of course they're going in. They were almost solely responsible. Those two groups were almost solely responsible for the crossover of hip hop and rock. Because they did Run DMC did Walk This Way, and Public Enemy did Bring the Noise.
With Anthrax, yeah.
Which was sick.
That was, yes.
Bass, how low can you go?
Yeah, I mean, it's just...
Which led to guys like Kid Rock, and when he was good. And even the Beastie Boys. Like, people forget the Beastie Boys were basically a punk band when they first started out.
See, every generation builds on the previous one, and that's why you should not discount the '80s rock.
I don't discount it. I'm not gonna choose to listen to it most of the time. I'm not gonna skip it if it comes on.
I mean, yeah, there was a lot of bullshit. There was a lot.
I think a lot of it is because of my age. I'm just fucking sick of hearing the same 50, 80 songs. I'm sick of half of Poison's discography. If I have to hear fucking Pour Some Sugar on Me one more time, I'll pour fucking muriatic acid in my ear holes.
Here's the thing about Def Leppard.
That's Warrant, isn't it?
No,
that's Cherry Pie was Warrant.
Yeah.
Fuck that song too. I'm tired of that song too.
Def Leppard, was Pour Some Sugar on Me. Their best album was High and Dry.
Well, and Def Leppard is a whole different thing because their drummer is the absolute success story.
But
the man lost an arm.
Yes, it also changed the music too.
Oh well, yeah, naturally.
Yeah.
His feet are crazy.
Right.
Have you ever watched a live drum thing of him? His feet are moving so much because of all those pressure pads and shit that he has to make up for the one arm. It's so cool.
But like Def Leppard is like Metallica to me. High and Dry is Def Leppard's best album, and it was really before they really broke with.
Yeah, and we all know how I feel about Metallica. I love Metallica, but after the Black Album, they
really Justice for All was their last good fucking album.
In the Black Album, I'll give them for commercial success, and the Black Album had some really good riffs on its popular songs, and then the songs that didn't get played all over the radio are actually decent, even though they're much slower to me.
Unforgiven is a pretty
The
good.
Call of Cthulhu,
Yeah.
I like that song.
Sad But True, I like.
See, that's what I'm saying. Like, Sad But True isn't the best song, but it's got a fucking... that riff is iconic as shit. Which also the beginning of the shit that I listen to now. Because, like, they're fast, but a lot of the shit that I listen to, unless it's a solo, is pretty rudimentary. It's just well put together.
Right.
And then, you get into Korn bringing in the 7-string guitars and Limp Bizkit with 7-string guitars, and then you just add that even heavier sound, and you got guys like me that are just like, add another string and drop tune it.
Yeah, but every generation builds
Blue Man Group is sick.
Off the last.
Not in the they don't think they need to get into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. They're fucking cool.
The 90s music wouldn't be as great as it was without the hair metal band. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's the polar opposite thing.
Unique.
Because you had all the I want to party and have fun of the 80s, and then which led into the
grunge.
Yes. Where everybody's like, I kind of want to die.
I want to blow my fucking head off.
Where's my flannel?
Which...
Still want to die. Change the channel. That's half of Nirvana songs right there.
Oh, I never really did. Even though I have a Nirvana show, I never really liked Nirvana.
I liked Nirvana.
It was all right.
It's another one of those things. Like, I respect the shit out of a lot. Like, they did a lot for especially grunge specifically. It's just, again...
But here's the thing.
I pick and choose which, like, the Nirvana that I like because it's just not all for me.
Everybody gives Nirvana the credit for breaking grunge, for starting the grunge.
I think Bon Jovi is in the Hall of Fame.
But they are. They went 2 years ago. I saw the fucking... Because I was pissed off.
Whoa, halfway there.
It pissed me off. They performed. They didn't perform... Their songs, let's face it, aren't that great.
Was he wearing a fucking St. Louis Blues jersey?
What's one song you always think about? When you think about Bon Jovi, you think about
Wanted Dead or Alive.
They did not fucking play that.
Why?
I don't know.
That's arguably, at this point, that's got to be their most popular song because of Deadliest Catch.
Yes.
It's been the theme song for Deadliest Catch. I don't know if it still is, but it was for like 10 years.
Right. When I was watching it.
Which was sick.
They did not play it.
I love how those 100-foot ships come up over those crazy Alaska waves. It was like, I'm a cowboy.
But they did not. Anyway, what was I saying? Fuck, I lost me.
Something about Nirvana.
Oh, Nirvana is credited with starting grunge. People don't remember. Pearl Jam was like 3 or 4 years. Was when Nirvana didn't.
Nirvana popped off grunge.
Not really. Nirvana or
nationwide.
Pearl Jam.
Worldwide, really.
Pearl Jam was huge when I was in high school.
Pearl Jam has a different vibe too.
But it's still grunge. It was the start of Pearl Jam. Well, it was the first grunge that broke.
Yeah.
Because I was a junior senior in high school when Pearl Jam came out. That was a great fucking album.
Slam-a-lam-a-dam, have my hand on him home.
And
yeah.
Nirvana didn't come out till the following year or two. I was in college.
Yeah.
When Nevermind came out. I think.
All right, should we pull this plug? We've been talking about music for 40 minutes.
That's all right. We do.
Oh my God, we did almost hit 2 hours on this.
Fuck
Fuck me, man.
All right, we're gonna get out of here. Don't forget to share this if you've made it this far.
I'm down to make a band. I can pretty much put together all the pieces off of people that I know right now.
We're going to pull the plug on this. We're gonna clear.
Yeah, I need a cigarette.
Thanks for tuning in, and I appreciate.
Keep tuning in for more shit shows later. Follow us on Instagram. Follow us on Twitter. Follow us on Facebook. Subscribe and like the channel and like the video. Tell your friends about us and finger your assholes while you think about my face.
While you're sharing this with your friends, and finger their assholes while you're at it. Boop. See ya.